When I was a kid, I was doing painting with my art class on a Saturday, and we were painting a landscape. When I was through with the assignment, I looked at nature and I looked at my painting, and I thought, nature is doing it better. Why? Well, I was always interested in science, and I know that when I was 13, I had a subscription to Scientific American, which was kind of early, you know. When I was 13, I walked around that year saying, science or art? And art won. When I was in New York, I took math books out from the library, and at night, I would do geometry. I was working on some pretty complex equations, and I loved doing it, just loved it. And I did it the way other people do jigsaw puzzles, except it seemed to inform me in some incredible basic way. Somewhere around 1990, I was invited to go to the American Academy in Rome as artist in residence. Again, I just sort of hit the books, and I made some inquiries about how I could work there, and I asked what access they had to the Vatican Library, because I knew that the papers of Galileo were there. I was able to get access to Galileo's papers. Just incredible. And I realized that to practice geometry is to finally practice astronomy. And then I went to a villa, which I've never been able to find ever since. It was a Mannerist villa, probably built around 1650, slightly after Galileo. And there was one room devoted to astronomy. There is a place for the telescope to go in the side of the wall, and on the ceiling was painted a painting with the various lines of the paths of the planets. When I saw that, I understood so much. It was very riveting. One of the things that I became very conscious of when I was watching that ceiling, looking at that ceiling, was that the artist was not just painting the path of the stars, but he was painting energy centers and clearly knew mathematics. And I mean, I can't tell you what overcame me at that very moment. After I saw that ceiling, I started to make some drawings. And when I came back to New York, my work completely changed. I was studying energy centers in the universe. I was studying astronomy night and day, reading books, watching films on the internet, doing everything I could do to know about astronomy. And that made me think about doing wall paintings again. I had met Colin Powell on several occasions, had dinner with him and his family, and admired him. Fabe approached me a few years ago and asked me if I would do a wall honoring Colin Powell in Kingston, Jamaica, where his family is from. The work will be called Homage to Colin Powell, and it is the nighttime sky on the night that he was born in the Bronx. But it's the nighttime sky over Jamaica on April the 5th, 1937. Well, I knew the idea right away. As soon as I was asked to do it, I knew what it would be. I developed sky charts to study, and I was also doing a lot of reading at the time about it. And I mean, how do you paint a sun, you know? That's tricky. There are a lot of little dots which represent the stars here, and as you know, the gold leaf these lines will all be in gold leaf, and this will be black and ultramarine blue, and various silvered colors will be throughout here. Since Colin Powell's sign is Aries, I'm going to do the depiction of an Egyptian ram's head on his sign. The Egyptian ram's head will be painted here. The sign for Aries will run over it in gold leaf. This is the sun. So the sun will be depicted here. All of these little circles represent stars, and those stars put together depict the various signs. I've always had an idea that art should be extraordinarily beautiful. Beautiful like the night is.